Happy Tuesday. All right, I'm just gonna get cozy here. There we go. All right. Hey everyone. How is everyone today?
All
I don't have
good.
my chat. Good? Good.
Good.
Excellent. All right. Perfect. Um, I started a calling spree. So some of you may have had some voicemails. I'm going to get through a very big list the next hello. I'm meeting new neighbors in my neighborhood, and they're joining the call. So Amanda's there. Hello. I'm starting to call out clients, friends, anybody I have their number on to personally invite you out to this location. I'm having problems with Google. I love Google. Anyone knows me knows I love Google because Google has been the best thing for my company. But funny enough, they're giving me such a hard time to change my address on Google Business. And it's just a simple address change. I've done everything. Then they asked me to create a sign. My sign is now up. They asked me to make new business cards. And here I have them here. And I did. I got these new business cards with my address just for them. Still, I have no luck. And I'm not allowed to talk to a real person. So I'm just going to let it go. Because sometimes when you put too much energy into something and it's not working, maybe it's not meant to work at this time. So you just have to surrender. So I'm going to take the advice I give everybody and just do that. And I have done that. And I said, Google, you're great. And if you decide to change your mind, go ahead. I don't know what else I can do, but I'm just letting it go. So I was meditating and I was walking in the labyrinth and I just had this great idea. Why not create a shuttle bus service for people in Oakville that think the drive is too far? And not just Oakville, but that's like people from the old hoods. So it could be Oakville, Mississauga, Brampton, GTA, all that. So we are creating a shuttle bus service, and that's what I'm calling people about. So you'll be getting an email, a personalized email, and a phone call. But there are some people on these calls I've never met, and they've never had a session, and that's completely okay. So I don't have your phone numbers. So in your case, if you know that I don't have your number and you want to chat, then just send me an email saying, "Hey, Brenda, I would love to chat about it." And I will call you. Otherwise, you'll probably just get like a little email saying, "Hey, you're invited to come out." And I'm just going to explain it before the call only because I have so much excitement. So before COVID started, I left my corporate job and my business was doing well and I started to get into corporate wellness. And it was neat. I was going into corporations and giving mini Reiki sessions or beam sessions. And who would have ever thought that, right? But it was happening. It was neat because I worked in corporate. People knew what I could do, and they allowed me to bring it into the corporate um, to the corporate people. And then when I left corporate, there was a few people that still knew about me, and they let me come in. So just imagine you're at work. And I don't know if any of you ever had that, but you could go get like a 10-minute massage or a 15-minute massage. Well, you were getting an energy session. So people had a choice to do a Reiki, tri-beam therapy, or just talk and ask questions. So that was a hit. And then when COVID hit, all that just stopped, obviously, for everything stopped. So I've been really connecting, and what I keep getting is go back into corporate wellness. And I love it. It excites me because I love corporate environment and I love blending the two. So the type of calls we have where I talk pretty esoterically, and these types of talks are not how I talk in corporate. Most corporate people that are true corporate people have never done energy work or don't understand any of this probably would jump on these calls and go, "This is not for me." So it is a completely different presentations that are done for them. But I do introduce energy work. And a lot of the presentations are like building up and building up and building up, just like these calls. In 2020, when these calls first started, I really started talking gently about some of the stuff that I talk a little more openly about, because what I do notice is a lot of the people on these calls are regulars. Some are new jumping on, but I think people who are jumping on these types of calls are pretty in awareness of all these things of meditation, awareness, energy, things like that. And if they're not, they might kind of just sit here a little confused, but somehow in their heart they can feel the answer. So the beauty of all this is there's so much excitement out there on different avenues one can take. But there's that fear factor of, do I make that step? Do I make that step? So it's almost like Google, like I said, won't, it makes no sense. But what this whole incident with Google has made me do is really connect and say, hey, what's going on in my life that there's so many great things happening, yet I'm getting a roadblock here. So whenever something kind of has resistance or roadblocks, generally what that tells me is that's not the right avenue to take. But I used to be a very stubborn person and still kind of am. So I'll still try to push it and push it and push it. And a lot of us do that. It's called like egoic manifestation. And it's not because we have egos and whatever. It's just there's a part of us that wants what we want. I want to do this. This is what I want. I'm going to get it and I'm going to make it happen. And we can do that. We can make things happen. But sometimes we'll hit a wall, hit a wall, hit a wall. But when we're really meant to do something, when we're just surrendering and allowing, what you will see is that there isn't resistance. Things just open up and everything's just easy and flowing. So I try my best to practice what I teach and follow the path of least resistance. So I let go of the egoic manifestation. Meaning, what does that mean exactly? Well, those are those days where I used to do vision boards. This is what I want. That's what I want. That's what I see. That's what I, and you can kind of see your life kind of moving that way. There's nothing really wrong with that in a way. Let's just say you say, I want to be more positive, and you have pictures of happiness and joy and all that great stuff. Nothing's wrong with that because that's putting positivity into your future. It's more so, I want this red car and I want this make and model. When we do that, well, the universe is going to delight and surprise you, and they may give you this car instead of this car if you just allow it to happen. You'll see kids, they just automatically manifest things because they don't realize they can't have anything because that's a learned behavior. So a child might say, and I've had this happen with my daughter, Mom, I really want a red balloon. She was only 3 at the time. You know, the one that hangs in the air and I want it red. I'm like, okay, you're asking for a helium balloon. I said, okay, this week we'll go buy you one. That very day, we went out grocery shopping, walking in a strip mall, and some man goes, hey, is this okay if I give this balloon to your daughter? I just happen to have an extra one. It was a red helium balloon. That's manifestation at its best because there's no resistance. It's something that's ease and flow. It's a child asking, and their wish is their command. They ask it because they don't believe that they don't have, sorry, they believe they can have it and they don't have the disbelief that they can't, and they don't feel like they don't have feel like they have limitations like adults do because we learn that afterwards. So it's really neat when you just let life flow. So I'm letting life flow and I'm listening, and the clear messages have come so clear that corporate wellness is where I'm headed. And I love it, but that does not stop me from doing calls like this because I love working with individuals. I love working with this, and I love talking this kooky talk about all this excitement that just comes out, and I can just be me. With corporate, there's a little more, you gotta be a little more, you can still flow. I still get in the flow. It's a little more structured because it's an expectation from corporate. But once they get to know you, they really just let you be yourself. But it's building that trust, and that's just with anything. So the one thing that I've been doing is calling out people, and I haven't called you yet. Just I have a very long list, and I'm calling out as many people. A lot of them are getting messages because I'm calling during the day where people are working. So what am I saying on that voicemail? So I'll just kind of go over it with you. This property, I'm really excited because it's springtime. It's beautiful. I saw a nest in the labyrinth, and I don't know the name of the bird. I'm still checking that out, but I know what it looks like because I was doing the labyrinth and these birds were like doing this dance for me. I thought, oh, how sweet. They're dancing for me. Then I said, no, no, no. The nest must be with me. I looked down right beside my feet, and I wouldn't have, it's kind of on the border of the labyrinth, was their nest. I'm like, oh, that's why they're giving me all these like shows of their wings are flapping. I'm like, okay, I see your nest. I will not step on it and I'll walk away. So I just kind of moved through that area. So as I was walking and just thinking how beautiful this place is, I thought, you know what? I need to bring these folks from the city out here. And how better way than to pick them up and bring them over? So I put together that would have to be a maximum of 4 people a day. And the reason I choose four is everyone's going to get an individual session. So that's either a Reiki, a unity field healing, or a beam therapy. So that usually takes 50 minutes to an hour. So while one person's getting the session in this office, the other people are just going to be using the grounds. So I mean, they can come use the inside, use the bathroom, whatnot, but they can use the labyrinth, have their own meditative walk. I'll let them know where the nest is. The birds aren't going to bother you; they just don't want you hurting their eggs. Then we have the tree house, we call it, but it's really a beautiful deck where you can just sit. It's wood. I usually lay down in it, just absorb the sun. Then we have the pond. So you have about 8.5 acres to walk on, but you also have this beautiful countryside that just lasts forever. So come out for a day. We'll do pick up at 10:30 in the morning and drop you off after 4. Pickups are probably going to happen about an Oakville area, but we can customize. Say if you have 4 friends or even possibly 5 that want to come together. It's not a retreat. It's more you get your individual session, you walk the grounds at your leisure. We'll provide you snacks and the refreshments and then bring you home. It's really neat because when you're here, time goes by too fast. So that part I don't like about it. But it might seem like a long day, but it actually goes that quickly. So come, rejuvenate, reconnect, heal. I'm sure you'll want to come back after spending a day here. So that's why I'm calling you out. So if you would like me to call you and chat, I love chatting. Um, and then you probably know I don't have your number if you've never had a session with me. And I'm not trying to get your number. You don't have to be a client. It's just I just don't want you to think I'm missing you out. Just I don't have everyone's phone number. So if I even send you the email, I did leave you a message, then just said, hey, I would like to chat. And let's chat. So chatting is great. I love it. Oh, and thank you. Yes, Kaljit was here and spent the day with us. It's lovely. And some people, they spend the whole day. Some people end up, last year we were having people spend the night if they wanted. We're not doing the night so much right now. It's just more of a day thing. All right, everyone. So the energy has been flowing beautifully today. I am in this excitement. It's like I let my resistance go. If you saw me a few days ago, I actually went outside and kicked a stump because Google was really getting under my skin. I think they had like a robot that responds by email because I asked it 3 questions, it keeps giving me the same response. I'm like, oh, I'm talking to a robot. After I realized that, my frustration went away because I thought it was a person trying to annoy me. And then I said, wow, you know what? I'm getting upset over something that's pushing me into a direction to look at something else. So again, I took this crappy situation, and it was crappy, and I chose to say, okay, what am I supposed to learn from this? And once I let that resistance go and I opened up to the answer, I got downloads of everything I'm supposed to do. Again, when I say have to do, nothing makes you do anything. They're impulses, inspirations. But when I say they're telling me to do it, it's because it resonates with everything I feel in my heart. So it's those times of inspiration that you know that this is what I want to do. Now, there are some people on the call that don't live that close. If you are ever in the Toronto area, please connect with me. We would love to have you visit. And if you even need a place to stay, I have made accommodations for people coming from overseas to spend a few nights with us. And also, there's also remote sessions or even just a 15-minute free consult. We can just chat by Zoom, and that feels like we're in the same type of place as well. So just keep that as an option. We are having some people join us from overseas this year, so we have some nights booked because
What is her name?
we made this a resort. This was we were Airbnb this out. We had people staying here, and then we had clients staying for overnights. But now we're living here, so it's a little bit more of a scheduling thing that we got to do. But the option is available. Okay, everyone, let's all take a deep breath or allow a deep breath, and probably more so, I need to allow a deep breath. Oh, one more thing. I'm sorry, this call's a bit different than the rest. It's not a teaching call. It's just about all these things. So we adopted a dog, and he's big. He's a 1 year old German Shepherd, and somebody brought it over because they said they saw our property because they're looking at our pigeons, and they brought him and said, "Will you please take him? He's too big for our house." And he goes, "I'm just going to leave him with you for a few days and see what you what you think." And I fall in love with things very easily. Now I have a cat, so I was like, but this dog's temperament is so beautiful. He's he's huge and a puppy and rambunctious, but the sweetness of this guy I can feel in his heart, and I can see it in his eyes that he's going to make a lovely addition here. And I am looking at a picture. I apologize. This is more of a personal call today. But here, I don't know if you can see this, but there he is. Isn't he sweet? I haven't had a dog in a while. I turned to cats, so I have a cat now. But I did have dogs in the past. He's lovely, but like I said, very big guy, and we're learning, and he's very handsome, gorgeous eyes, and so it was interesting because we were talking 2 to 3 weeks before this saying we should get a dog because the property's so big, and it would be great to have a dog. Everyone around here has a dog. And I said, I'm not ready to start with a puppy right now, so let's think about it. And then this 1 year old dog that is almost like trained. She's trained pretty good. He's a German Shepherd, quick learner. But we have some things we're working on. His name is Hero. His name came with Hero, and we're gonna keep it. But my cat's been very curious. So my cat ran outside the other day, and Hero was outside, and I kind of panicked because I don't know. Hero's a big dog, and he's been chasing birds to play with them. But the cat was then caught, put back inside. But he waits at the window. So one day I'll take a video. Maybe they'll meet and become friends. Okay, now we're going to start the healing session. Does anyone have any questions? And I think if no one has questions, there's one more analogy I want to throw out there. No questions? Okay. I didn't give you guys time to respond. So the thing is, has anyone like me where when you're cleaning up a room, you make a bigger mess and then it gets very clean? Like, I don't know if anyone cleans the same way as I do. Because everyone knows when I'm cleaning the kitchen, like a deep cleaning, I make this huge mess and then it becomes spotless. Or I'm cleaning a room, like a deep cleaning, I'll really make a mess of it and then it becomes spotless. That's what like it feels like planet Earth is going through right now. It's like getting really, really messy in all aspects because we're going into a very deep cleaning. It's going to be so clean once we're through what we're going through. Another analogy that came in the other day was the aquarium one. I love this one as well. So we're all in a we're fish in an aquarium, and the pump's no longer working because it's old. So these fish, the water is getting dirtier and dirtier and nastier, and the fish are starting to panic because they're starting to get feeling choked, they can't breathe, and they're freaking out. They're like, oh my gosh, our owner forgot about us. Like we're all gonna die because it's all mucky and gross. But what they didn't realize is that their owner was getting a really nice new filter system and a new aquarium and all these new things in it. So over time, the fish are like, they're really panicking at that point, and they almost want to jump out of the water and say, okay, we got to leave this place. But then the new pump or filter comes through, and slowly there's a cleansing of the water. And then as the water slowly cleaning up, the old plants are being taken out and new plants are being put in. Over time, without the fish realizing what was happening, they went from a very murky old aquarium to something that was very beautiful. That's what it almost feels like we're going through on planet Earth, because it feels like there's pockets of beauty, right? We all see them with the beautiful sunsets, the chirping birds, the this, the that. We can stop and see all that, but there's a lot around us that doesn't feel so comfortable. So it's like this, right? And we're going, oh, I don't know, when is it going to end? And but there's a lightness in the air. I can feel it. And in 2024, we are going into a lighter energy. Not perfect, don't get me wrong, one because there's still that shifting and cleansing and things like that that need to happen. But we've made a lot of progress. We've made tons of progress since 2020. So we're really shifting into this new earth, but it is taking its time. The healing process, our 24th chromosome is being activated. Some of ours faster than others. How do you activate your 24th chromosome? What is the 24th chromosome? 24th chromosome is something that science can't see. It's there. We all have it. And it holds information, and this information is what we need to get through this process. So the abilities that I might need or you might need, and we're all very unique, and we all came in with our packages that we needed to get us through. So the beauty of it is, as they're being activated, some of you might already start to feel different. And when I say different, it doesn't mean you're not you anymore and that you forget who you are, a lot of us are making life changes. A lot of us, some people I met, have made huge changes going to different countries. And I believe if I look through this call, I'm just going to take a look. There's a few of my clients that have actually made huge life changes. I'm just gonna see if I recognize anyone on here. I don't want to say their names out loud, but if they're on the call, I don't see one right now, but my eyes aren't working that great. But they've actually gone to different countries, and they had just had a calling in their heart. And it's neat because we are being called to different areas. I just feel like I belong here. I have never felt at home more than I do here, where I am in Ontario, still in Ontario, not a huge change. I know some people think it's huge, but I'm only like an hour away from the GTA, but it feels like a totally different place. Then there's people moving different countries. There are people in relationship changes, big job changes. Just take a deep breath as you go through these changes. Sometimes when we get let go from our jobs, it hurts us because we think, oh, we're not good enough. Why did I get let go? there's so much growth that goes into losing a job. Take it as a blessing. Again, look at it and say, what am I learning from this? Because it feels really crappy, but there's learnings or there's opportunities that are going to open up that wouldn't have opened up if you stayed in that job. Like I had a lot of people saying, I feel like I never get a promotion. I'm always in the same place. You know what I say to those people? You are probably not going to ever get that promotion. And the reason is that person, when I'm speaking to them, I can see they have a job as a light worker. And it's almost like if they got that ultimate job that they're thinking they want, it would stop them from moving into an avenue of something that's a little more uncomfortable, but more aligned to their heart. So eventually, if they miss opportunities and miss opportunities and miss opportunities, they might wake up and say, okay, why am I being looked over all the time? What am I missing? What is the learning lesson here? And when somebody's just asking, you'll receive the answer. And then you might get that knowing that, okay, it's because you're supposed to do this. And when I say you're supposed to do something, what does that mean? It's not like you get forced to do anything. I have free will. I can say I'm going to stop doing this stuff and just go work in corporate, make my good paycheck and be what I was. Nothing's wrong with that. But I choose, it's my free will to choose to do what I'm doing now. And it feels good. It makes me happy. Look how happy I am. I'm happy. So when you first make that transition and you feel it's good, your family's going to think you're crazy. Your friends are going to think you're crazy. Everyone's going to think you're nuts. Why would you leave your job for that? And sometimes it's not just cutting the job completely, it's melding the two. So sometimes you're kind of doing some of that and having your side kick on the side and working through both. And a lot of employers are allowing that now as long as one thing doesn't bother the other. When I was doing corporate work, they knew I was an energy worker on the side. They're so different. I wasn't impinging on their business. They always told me, hey, you can do that as long as you get your job here done first, so no big deal. So that's what I did. So I had some transparency there. So just keep open. Understand when you're seeing a block over and over for whatever it is, look at it and say, why is this happening? Why is Google not letting me do this? Why am I not getting that promotion? Everyone's, why is this happening? Why is that happening? Because if you really look at it, you're probably going to see the underlying message of your next step. And the next step is the scary one. But I believe our guides will give us the next step based on what we can handle. So it might be little crumbs here and there, but we'll slowly get to where we need to go. And my journey's been slow, it's been frustrating, it's been a lot of things, but lately it's moving lightning fast. And sometimes I just like hanging on saying, whoa, oh, sorry, hanging on saying, whoa, maybe we should slow this down a bit. But you know what? Follow that call in your heart because only you know where you're meant to go. So don't give that power away to anyone else. It's in your heart. No one really can control you. And I was just talking to someone today about, relationships where we are controlled by someone or we want to control everything. Just allow a deep breath and let go of the control and just be who you're truly meant to be. All right, everyone. I know that was a little bit different call today, but I'm getting a little excited. I was really excited today. So I'm going to keep this momentum going. And
Nookie, you got to go to bed, okay?
all right, I am not going to bed. I'm just teasing. I heard someone say someone has to go to bed. I don't know who's not on mute, so I'm just gonna put everyone. No, you don't just, be upset. It's kind of comical, don't worry. I don't know how to put everyone on mute. Sorry, mute all. I'm trying. There we go. It might not work. Okay, everyone. So we're gonna get into the healing part. I'm going to put on the music, And I'll probably chat through. Did you guys like the chatting, or do you guys just want music and just allow the energy to flow? Because I talked a lot today. So hands up for quiet. Brenda, stop talking. Okay, we have a hand for Brenda. Stop talking. Okay, I'm all for that. So we will put music on today, and and just allow it to flow. And if I feel the need to talk, I'll still talk. But I've been talking all day, if you can tell my voice. So let's just allow this beautiful music to come through, beautiful energy to come through. Just allow it to do what it needs to do for you. And I'll just kind of walk us through the beginning. So you want to get into a comfortable space. You want to either sit down. If you're going to sit down, you kind of want to stay, if you want to stay awake and enjoy it, you want to keep your back erect. And the reason is you'll stay awake more likely. If you're slouched over or laying down, which I love laying down, you just kind of go into probably sleep. But I believe, because I kind of do that too, you are still being worked on. Actually, that I know you're still being worked on, but you're not. Sometimes you kind of like, oh, it's over, I missed it. So if you want to stay more alert during the process, you may want to keep that back straight. You're going to close your eyes, get comfortable, and just be. And if you do drift, then just allow the drifting. Sometimes when these beings of light come through and they're working on us, if our minds are too busy and we're in the way, they will actually gently move us out of the way, put us in like a meditative slash sleepy state, pull us out so they can do what they need to do. And what are they doing? It's really hard to explain, but it's for your highest good. You're always protected because your higher self is protecting you. Your higher self is allowing what's going to happen. Your higher self is working with these beautiful beings of light to do what is best for you at this time. We heal in layers. So whatever was released last time you were on the call, or last meditation you did, or last healing you did, or whatever it is you're doing on your spare time, this is the next layer that's going to go. So we do heal in layers, slowly, gradually, and safely. So I'll put on the music. The hand's gone away, so maybe they didn't mean to tell me to be quiet. I was just joking. I didn't take any offense to that at all. But I'll just let the music flow and we'll go from there. So, um, there we go. Music. All right. Okay, we got some music going. I'm going to share it so it's a bit clearer. All right, everyone. There we go. So we are going to allow this love in. I'm not going to talk too long, so you don't have to hear me. Allow a deep breath. But one thing I would say at this point is to go into allowance, giving permission to these beautiful beings of light to do whatever is in your highest and best. We are healing at the mental level, the physical level, the emotional level. And it's like this big, messy, icky stuff, whatever is in it is going to be released, taken off the earth plane, and this beautiful light is going to encase you, embody you, work on you, and stay with you, which is then increasing light quotient. So you're holding more light for yourself, which gives you more protection and a lot more healing. Here we go. Allowing a deep breath and letting it go. Whatever pace is good for you. You may just want to focus on the music. Bring any love, bring breath into any tense parts in your body, And at this point, just knowing that you are being worked on in any which way that you need. Okay, it's coming to an end. If you'd like to stay in that energy, is very intense tonight. You can just hang up the call, go to sleep, and allow that energy to continue to work. It's going to stay with us regardless for the next 3 or 4 days, but that feeling that you might not sense that, but it's still working. Today's session was extremely powerful. I had tears coming out of my eyes from the intense love that I felt. I had shivers going up and down my spine the whole time. Very intense dizziness, which I'm still in right now. Whew. If you're ready to come out of the meditation, you may just want to move parts of your body. At one point, it was so intense, I kind of, I was like, sometimes when I talk, it keeps me more grounded because I started to lose footing of where I was and what I was doing. And I realized I was on a call and I need to stay. Beautiful session today. Wow. We were all put in bubbles of liquid love protection that will be with us going forward. So that feeling of intense love that you may have felt during that, you can tap into that at any time by just remembering what that felt like. And if you're in a very beautiful state still, you can actually tap that in as a memory. And then later on, to bring that memory back, you can tap there. And it's kind of like a positive reinforcement linking it to the healing. Some people like to tap on the head. They both feel good. Wow, that was beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna bring out the singing bowl. Again, not everyone loves the singing bowl, so if you want to leave before it starts, I use the singing bowl because it's a different type of healing. It's using vibrational medicine. And what it does is we're processing things and it'll actually push out the crap that we're getting rid of faster. But some people don't like the intensity of it, and the sound may not sound perfect as it would in here, but the intention is exactly the same. So I'm gonna pull it out in a second. I'm gonna drink a little bit of water, and I'm just stomping my feet on the floor to bring me back. Wow. Does anyone else feel very lightheaded right now? Hmm. All right. All right. Oh, here we go. So we have the bowl. I'm just about to do it. Just a second here. Hmm. Okay. Okay. The dizziness will will lift once we use the bowl. I'm also right now it's releasing energy. I'm like it's just a little bit of burps coming out. That's one way we release as well. That was really intense. Like wow, I was really in that one. All right, very lovely. Okay, everyone, I'm just gonna play the bowl now. Now, 1 second here. Here we go. Oh, actually, one more. There's one more setting I can do to make. Okay, here we go. Okay, beautiful. That's kind of brought me back. I am feeling very relaxed, very hot too. I feel like I'm just in an oven right now. Whew. I was in someone's dreams. Oh, nice. Well, I'm glad you came on the call. Maybe it was me saying, come, join us. Very neat. Okay, guys, that was beautiful. Wow. Sometimes they're all beautiful and they're all unique in their own way. Sometimes they're just extra intense. And it could have been, I was already on a very big high today. I did the labyrinth. I was so connected and whoa, it's just like, wow. You might be excessively thirsty. People in your house might be excessively thirsty. It's because even if they're not on the call, that healing energy was sent to everyone in your home, including your pets. We cleared out people's homes. We then send the energy out to this beautiful planet of ours, and it was vibrating. It's almost like at one point, it's always hard to remember because it goes so quick, but it's like there was this pulsing of like boom, 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 light going through the earth. And with that, it was just healing. It's just so beautiful. So we all did that together. You can hold that light in every aspect of your life. It's always your choice on how you behave and perceive So you can always remember that feeling and say, I want to reconnect to that, because you all can do it. We're all beings of light. Very beautiful. If anyone has any questions, you can text me or email me. Very beautiful session. Thank you for all the comments. I'm kind of at a loss. I will be calling out everybody. I might just leave you a voicemail. I'll be sending out an email. And if I missed you and you wanted to chat, give me a call or send me your phone number and then we'll chat. This week is all about connecting, keeping that high vibe, and having fun along the way. All right, everyone, have a beautiful night. Sleep well, drink lots of water, and just allow that healing. Keep giving permission. You don't have to keep giving permission, but I'm one of those that I always like to say things because it makes me feel good. So my body is accepting the healing. Every cell of my body is accepting the healing. My kids are healing. My kids are happy, thriving, and doing well. I'm doing well. My clients are doing well. My family's doing well. Planet Earth is doing well. Peace on Earth. And when we send peace, we're vibrating, aligning to peace, and just sending out the light. It knows exactly what to do. All right, everyone. You're very welcome. Have sweet dreams. I'm kind of out of words for the day. Good night. Sleep well. All right. Bye-bye. Oh, and the next one is Tuesday, May 9th. So we take next week off and we come back in 2 weeks. All right. Take care, everyone.